Today on the Hopefulist, I had some fake friends, so I had to switch up. Who's going on tour next year? And another 90s TV reboot?
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning. Thank you for joining me on the Hopefulist. People, it is Friday, September 6th, 2019. This is my 99th episode. So I've got a little surprise for you. I have a special bonus edition of the Hopefulist that will be taking place right after this one. I recorded it yesterday with my good gals, Megan and Dana. We had some fun. We frolicked. We did some shenanigans. You will want to tune in. It's a celebration. And a thank you for hanging out with me here on the Hopefulist every weekday, Monday through Friday. So stay tuned for that. It will be uploaded shortly after this one. And a little bonus for you on a fun Friday. Little cold, windy, and rainy here at the Jersey Shore today. We have to deal with the remnants of Hurricane Dorian today. Now, it is staying pretty far off the coast, but we're going to see some pretty gusty winds. They're saying up to about 45. All right. Could be worse. Could be worse. So we're going to be hunkered down for the day. I do have to venture out to do some grocery shopping, trying to be that exceptional wife again. My husband has to take his car in to get an oil change on Saturday. So I said, do you want me to go grocery shopping on Friday? And he said, no, I can do it. I said, well, you have to take your car. And he goes, I can probably do it before then. I'm like, I can do it on Friday if you'd like. No, I'll do it. Finally, I was like, I can do it. He's like, all right, do it. I'm like, damn it. I did not really want to win that one, but I really don't mind because he does have something to do. So I'll go take care of the grocery shopping today. I'm going to leave as soon as I'm done this, be there right at 7 when they open, and then I'm going to come home, hunker down in my bed with my book and my puppy, and we are going to nap. I woke up a half hour before I typically get up this morning. I usually get up around 4 when Joe wakes me before he leaves. And today I woke up at 3:30. Ugh. Means I get to take a nap earlier, right? Yay! Love naps. Some interesting news if you are single. Facebook is launching a dating section. It's going to hook you up with people that are not on your friends list. It's all going to be just limited to the dating section. So your friends won't see what you're doing in the dating section unless they are in the dating section, I assume. And they even have a feature where if you like somebody on your friends list, they can do some sort of secret admirer thing. Looks interesting. It's always good to have another option when it comes to ways to meet people. So that's interesting. Fortunately for me, I do not need it, but I'm curious to see how it's going to work out. Maybe it'll be the next Match.com, the next eHarmony. You never know. And I'm assuming it's free. I haven't heard mention of a cost, so I'm assuming it's going to be free. So that's good because the two I just mentioned are not free. However, there are lots of free dating apps now. Lots and lots. So other news, we've got a Mad About You reboot. Remember the show Mad About You? Paul Reiser, Helen Hunt. It was like a mainstay of the 90s. I loved that show. But I have watched some reruns, and it's one of those shows that doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't seem to translate. You know what I mean? Like, I still love my Frasier, still love Friends. Even Seinfeld, can pretty much watch at any time. The same thing happened when I watched some old reruns of Coach, which, oh gosh, I loved that show. I found a marathon one time and I recorded a bunch of them, and then I went back to watch them, and they just weren't as interesting to me anymore. Same thing with Mad About You. I would be interested in the reboot. However, the channel the reboot is going to be on is Spectrum Originals. Have you heard of Spectrum Originals? I have not heard of Spectrum Originals, and I am pretty sure I do not get that channel. So they will be launching that in November. They've already recorded some. They have a little trailer out if you would like to look it up on Google. And it is the originals, Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser, and I think their friends and maybe the sister are going to be the same as well. So there you go. There's some more 90s reboot. My sister sent me a text yesterday about the 90210 reboot, and she's like, what do you think about it? She's like, it's kind of cool to see them all together, but it's weird. I'm like, I agree, it's weird. I have not watched this week's episode yet. I'm not racing to the television to watch it every week for sure, but I will watch it probably at some point today. I have a slight interest in it. It's a little weird. It's a lot weird. But like I said, I will continue to watch it. I think there's only a couple more episodes left. There was only like 6 of them or something to begin with. So we'll see how it all pans out. What else did I want to tell you? Got some very exciting news a few days ago. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before. So you may already know this. I don't know if you are a freak like I am when it comes to my gal Oprah. But she is going on tour next year, the 2020 tour. She will be in New York, in Brooklyn, at the Barclays Center. Unfortunately, I have spent all my money on Rachel Hollis in November, so I'm thinking that I will not be able to afford to go to Oprah. Now, if you are a member of Weight Watchers, there is a pre-sale. So you will get first dibs at all of these dates. She's going to be all over the country. The closest one to my area is the New York location. And there is not one in Philly. So if you are in the Philadelphia area, New York will also be the closest one to you. I would love to go see Oprah speak. I just love me some Oprah. I mean, y'all know that. But it's going to be expensive, because I think it's like an all-day event. So I've looked and looked and looked to see what the prices are of the tickets. Nobody's saying nothing till they go on sale. So it's going to be a lot. So we'll see what happens. I don't have high hopes. You never know. I think it's in February. That's my birthday month. Maybe my man will get me a ticket to go see Oprah for my birthday. Hi, babe. How you doing there? I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll see how much those tickets cost. I have a feeling it's going to be quite a bit. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm going to move on to my topic. I thought maybe we'd do something a little fun, something I could also talk to my girls about yesterday when we were hanging out doing the 100th episode. What band or artist is your guilty pleasure? Now, this would typically be somebody you're probably ashamed to admit that you like. That's okay. We all have them. I went first. I love me some Barry Manilow. Yes, I am a fan-alo. I love him from the time that I was a little girl. Grew up with him in the 70s and the 80s. Yes, Barry. Love him. So Jim says Peter Cetera saw him live recently at Parks, and he is as good today in his 70s as he ever was. Yes, Peter Cetera, lead singer of Chicago at one time. Correct? I believe that's correct. Love me some Chicago. Barbara says Joe Nichols. I'm not really sure who Joe Nichols is. I think she is a country fan, so I'm going to go with he's being country. Jody says the Biebs and also Taylor Swift. What? Taylor Swift is not a guilty pleasure. You should be proud and singing her loud. Taylor Swift, she's the bomb. I think some people didn't quite get the question because we have yet. I know Jody did mean that in an embarrassing way because she's a music snob, and she would think that Taylor Swift is not real music in her opinion. I disagree wholeheartedly, but Martin said Eric Clapton, which I don't think it's a guilty pleasure. Nicole put on a fantastic GIF of Lionel Richie. It's so funny the way the GIF is. If you haven't seen it on the Hopefulist page, please check it out. Nicole put, it says, say what? And you hit it, and then Lionel comes into the picture, and he's like, say what? Very, very funny. Dennis says, Kiss, Ronnie James Dio, Joe Walsh. He says, I still listen to them every day, all day. Joe says, Bruno Mars. Love me some Bruno Mars. Michael says, Metallica. Again, I don't think that's a guilty pleasure. Now, I would say that Bruno Mars is a guilty pleasure for my husband, Joe, just for the fact that he loves Led Zeppelin and, all the, rock bands. So Bruno Mars is a little off course for him. Not for a lot of people. I love Bruno. Metallica, love Metallica. Now, Marcy says Post Malone. I've got teenagers, and no teenager's mom should be listening to Post Malone, but I do. I've heard of Post Malone. I don't think I know of any songs, but I will take your word for it, Marcy. Denise says Rod Stewart, hands down. No shame in that, Denise. And then Lisa says Motley Crue. Also, no shame in that. Motley Crue, pretty good. Love me some Motley Crue. Love me some 80s hair band. Bon Jovi. Warrant. Slaughter. All those 80s hair bands. Cinderella. Can't forget Cinderella. Joe and I love Cinderella. Love Cinderella. I don't know. Is that a guilty pleasure, Cinderella? I don't know. I think they're pretty good. So I will move on to the blog post. We are going to be finishing up New Beginnings Week. So this may be a good time to assess the friendships you have in your life. Are they supportive and there when you need the most? Do they encourage you and add to your life? Or are they takers, always taking and creating drama in your life? Now is the perfect time because it's the new beginnings of a new, fresh school year to figure out who you should keep in your life and the type of people you want to add to your go-to group. As one of my favorite songs says, I had some fake friends, so I had to switch up. From This Is Me. Yeah, I had some fake friends, had to go and switch up. While you are figuring out who you don't want in your life, think about the type of people you do want in your life. You should be surrounding yourself with people who are where you are looking to go. People that will bring you up and show you how it's done. People that you admire and want to learn from. You are a result of the people you spend your time with. If you are hanging out with people who are miserable and complaining all the time, they will bring you down. You want to be around people who lift you up and will bring you up to their level. You should always hang out with people that are just a little bit level above you. Level up. You want to level up, level up, level up. Did I make that clear? It's always a tough decision when you feel like you should remove someone from your life. You may feel guilty about it, but remember, this is your one life. And you want to be around people who add to your life, not take away from it. So some people have so much drama surrounding them, and they like it that way. So there's really just no getting away from it when you're around them. No, they won't claim to like the drama, but they don't do anything to get away from it. So you know that deep down inside, they really like the drama. If you have had some conversations about how to help someone and they never take your advice, if, like I said, they seem to be stuck in their drama, it may be time to move on. Don't feel guilty. You have to do what's best for you. It's fine if they don't want to do anything to change their situation, but that doesn't mean you have to get stuck in it as well. Now is the perfect time to seek out some new friends. Back to school time when you can meet new parents. People have settled down after summer vacations and maybe more